Welcome back to another episode of Iron Towns Engineering. Now today we've got something quite special. I was looking at a house today, and while I was going around this little village, I noticed that someone had chucked some bits and pieces out in front of their garden, so I asked if it was all for free, and they said yes it was, and being the vulture that I am, I snatched it up. One of those things is this. Now, I ain't entirely sure, but I think, due to the wheels, that this is an original little Tykes car. It's got no stupid face on it or anything like that. It's got the door what opens and closes. The little horn still works as well. So I thought I'll have that because while I was there as well, they were also chucking out these ride-on lawnmower wheels. So I think you can tell where I'm going with this. Boom. We are going to make a little hot rod, little Tyke. We're going to have wheels which come up to here. We're going to have an extended frame out here with a little Honda GX 160 GX 200 engine in it, rear wheel drive, and I'm going to attempt to make it so that I can sit in there. I know my legs ain't going anywhere, so more than likely it'll be a comical thing of my legs coming out at this angle here. I'm going to try and make it so that the steering wheel works as well with front steering. So let's start making the chassis, shall we? So we've got the wheels now off, right? They were actually more complex than I thought. They were kind of like weld bolted in. Anyway, wheels now off, rear axle's now off. So now we can see what we're playing with. So we want to make a frame what comes out to about here, because the engine will be sat about here. So the engine will sit here with a drive shaft on it here, and more than likely what will happen is the drive shaft will just supply with a gear on it, will just supply down here with a chain to another chain here. So it's going to look proper rat roddy, dangerous as hell, probably lose the skin on my legs, you know, but as is life. So we really want it to be not too much further than the back of the car, so we don't see it too far. Now when I measured this before, we got it to about there, so we've got to remember the bearings and stuff. So we got it about 1 metre, about 1 metre long. So if we have the chassis rails about 1 metre long, and then depending on where the supports are inside, maybe 30 centimetres wide, something like that, 35 centimetres wide. So let's go see if we've got enough material, and we'll start getting that cut and welded up. So we've got the chassis all planned out now. We've got these turned at an 85 degree all the way down to about here, where it's about 32 centimetres in there, and that's going to miss this rear axle bit here. So that's that bit will go across there, just the table's not long enough. So what we're now going to do is take that in, get it all ground down, all the paint off it, and then get this basic form welded together. That's the basic frame done. Now we're going to add a little bit of pizzazz. And there we go. We have got all the cross members welded in, we've got the front and the back welded in, everything's completely welded and done. Now essentially what will happen is, this will sit about there. So once things have been chopped about a bit, obviously like the bottom of that piece of plastic axle bit, just to move that, and some of them other bits, that's where we're going to be sitting. So we're now got to move on doing the steering knuckles. Alright, so now we're going to start making the stub axles, which are going to go through the front wheels, which are just these regular go-kart wheels that I've had kicking around for ages. So we've done a quick little drawing of the stub axle we want to make. That dimension's wrong, that's got to be 20mm less than that, so that's what we've just found out. So we've got the program in, everything's ready to go. Let's see how it comes out. Lovely job. Gauge. Gosh, gauges beautifully. So here's one on the other ring, so that's the first one I've done. So, see what it looks like in the wheel. Oh, like a fucking glove. Look at that. And now we've got to part them off.
A few moments later.
So I got a bit ahead of myself making these, and this is where we're at the minute. So the knuckle is basically all done. So as you can see here, pivots. The idea will be, I'm going to put them there, slightly cambered, one on each side, and then that'll steer like that.
Later that same evening.
Okay, so I might have gotten a little bit carried away because this is what we're left with so far. This little bastard is gonna rip. Now the wheels are actually on the front, but the rear wheels aren't, and neither's the shell. It's not bolted to the chassis. But the next stage will be, oh god, sort out the rear axle and the bearings will obviously go through the back of this. And yeah, I should be going to pick up the engine tomorrow as well, so we'll do a mock-up with the engine tomorrow as well. But as you can see, the hubs are all done, so they're all done. They've got to just have the tab welded on them for the steering. But with any luck, what we're going to do is we're going to put the Honda engine here, and then there'll still be enough room to run a rod straight through here, as far down as we can, and then we'll just do the two little links what come off to each wheel, and hopefully we get to use the original steering wheel as well.
The next day.
So I keep doing it, I keep forgetting to show you guys what I'm actually doing, and this is as far as we've come with the Tyke so far. So as you can see, this is the placement for the engine. I've got the steering column in. As you can see, it turns here, so I'll attach two tabs to this, coming out to here, and then coming to the knuckle itself. Now I can't do that yet because I need to put an M10 thread on the bottom of this bar. I need to put M8 threads on the rod that I will be using for the connectors. I need that machine over there, and unfortunately we've now got work. So yeah. But the axle is all on as well. You can't really see it from here. But the axle's all on with the pillow bearings. Now, it's not exactly the greatest idea to stack up pillow bearings like this, but needs must. So this is basically the spaces and all that I wanted to do, and this is how high it's going to be. So this little thing is going to be very, very cool. So yeah, cheers for watching this episode of Valentine's Engineering, guys. We'll be getting back on it a little bit later. We'll be, like I say, doing the steering knuckles and other bits and pieces and all that in different episodes as we're coming along. I was going to try and do it as one big episode, but it will take me a little while to do this in between work, so we're going to space it out in between different episodes. So yeah, cheers for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and keep up to date with the latest updates, and we'll see you all again soon.